Hey guys, welcome back to the Horror with your host Jenna as always. Today I'm doing something pretty different. I'm not talking about horror movies or anything today. You would think I would be with the shirt I'm wearing, but not today. What I'm going to be doing is, if you didn't see the title of this video, I'm going to actually go through my vinyl collection, my vinyl record album collection. And I'm doing this couple of reasons. Number one, aside from loving horror, I do love to collect vinyl records. But also, I'm doing this because I'm planning on in a couple of weeks to uh, do a couple of videos showing every single movie that I have. So just trying to test this out a little bit, and I'll probably break this up into a couple of videos because I've got quite a few albums. Um, but let's crack into it. Let's crack into it. So, so yeah, I literally have like 3 stacks over here. All right, so to start off, this is gonna mainly. Oh, I'm not gonna do it this way. Sorry. All right, so started up with AC/DC's Back in Black, AC/DC Live, nice double album that we have for this one. And you'll see how varied my music taste is, because we just did AC/DC, now we're going to Adele, 21. Yeah, yeah. And straight up after Adele, we go to Aerosmith, Rocks. Yeah, yeah. And then we've got Bad Company, self-titled album, Bad Company. I've for anyone who is younger, if you've never listened to anything on vinyl, you need to listen to vinyl. The band Rock of Ages. Now this one's a reprint, but so nice, so nice, so nice. If you guys have never listened to anything on vinyl, especially like old school vinyl from way back in the day, 60s, 70s, 80s, it is an experience because they're manufacturing Beach Boys Pet Sounds, by the way, because the records that they're producing now they're thicker and everything. I feel like they're still a bit more polished than like the old school stuff. Beach Boys in concert, like you can tell this is an old one. I think this was one of my mom's actually. Yeah, this is kind of like how I really started collecting vinyl, was by basically just like adopting my mom's records that were sitting in the basement for so many years. The Beatles, Something New, Something New. Like this one would be a perfect example. You guys can't really tell, but like this is just a very, very thin disc, basically. Like, and you can't really see, but it's like all those scratches and everything just from like listening to it and everything. Just, like this is what I'm talking about, like older stuff like that. It has a different quality or a different sound. I mean, you can hear like the crackle and everything, which I love. I love. Beatles again. The Beatles, A Hard Day's Night, original soundtrack. But yeah, but I was saying, like, I accumulated I should say adopted my mom's The Beatles greatest hits from 1962 to 66. you know, I just kind of like adopted them because they were sitting in the basement, and I was like just kind of enthralled with them. Because I mean, I kind of grew up a little bit with vinyl, um, briefly, and then they kind of like went out of fashion and everything. So, but what else? Beatles, Sergeant Pepper. Mm-hmm. Uh, I think this was one of my mom's. I think this next one I can tell you for a fact was one of my mom's. My mom was such a hippie. Joan Baez. Mm-hmm. 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 First 10 years. So I think this was like a greatest hits one. I've listened to this one a couple times. It's a good one. It's a good one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Next up, this was definitely not one of my mom's, but I think I purchased this. Pat Benatar. Uh-huh. 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 God, I love Pat Benatar. Heartbreaker. Hit Me With Your Best Shot. She's got, girl's got some pipes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This one, I know this next one was one of my mom's. God, what was even on here? Big Ten Summer Gold. So this was just kind of like the basic, like, you know, I guess, greatest hits of that year or whatever of the summer. I don't know. I mean, it's got like Happy Together by the Turtles, Chapel of Love, Incense of Peppermints. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Seriously though, I think people should get more into vinyl and stuff, and really we should start a petition to start having them manufacture vinyl like they did back in the day. Big Chill soundtrack right here. This is a really good one. Got some great tunes on this. Next one up is this one's actually an original pressing, I believe. But this was before they joined Fleetwood Mac. Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham uh, tried their hand in the music business with a flop of an album, but it's actually a really, really good album. Buckingham Nicks, self-titled. This is actually a really good album. I do recommend anyone who likes older music and stuff, and like kind of like the obscure older stuff. Check this one out. It is really, really good. Really good. Camel. All right, so next one is going from Buckingham Nicks to Lindsey Buckingham himself. Yes, Lindsey is the guy. I know, I know. Gift of Screws. This is another really great album that I like. And let me see if you guys can kind of see the difference. So, like, the other one that I showed you, guys can't really tell too much. Like, this one is slightly thicker and everything, and it's just like, it's not the same. Just not the same. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Why did I take this out? It's not gonna get back in. There we go. So yeah, so Lindsey Buckingham's Gift of Screws. Showing you there. Next one, and this, in no relation to the previous guy we just saw, but the Buckingham's Greatest Hits. I think this was another one of my one of my mom's vinyl records that I adopted. Next one, I know probably a few of you are really gonna enjoy. Couple of comedy albums, couple of George Carlin, the late great George Carlin, Class Clown, this first one, guy who's just always telling it like it is. George Carlin, FM, AM. What about you guys? Any of you guys actually collect any vinyl? What is some stuff that you would love to like own on vinyl? George Carlin, Occupation Fool. Like I said, I love these comedy albums. Those were actually a gift from one of the ladies I used to work with, Teresa. Yes, Teresa. Oh, God, I love that lady. Adoos, adoos, adoos. This is another one that was one of my mom's. Chicago's first album, self-titled album, back when they were still calling themselves Chicago Transit Authority, and then they dropped the Transit Authority. See, look how, like, worn that sleeve is. Like, that jacket's just worn. That is, like, All right, next one up is Greatest Hits of Eric Clapton. And this one is, like, an assortment of, like, solo work, like, stuff he did with Cream and other bands and everything. Another really great album. Like, this has the song Layla on there. Just one of my all-time favorite songs. Very long song, but it is worth listening. John Cougar, American Fool. I have yet to get one with the John Mellencamp or Johnny Cougar Mellencamp. Same guy, I know, but he just couldn't decide on a name. I think he married himself and divorced himself. Next up is the great Phil Collins, Face Value. Sorry if you guys can hear that phone. I put it under my pillow, thought it would muffle it. Obviously, I didn't get it all the way to the this one has one of my favorite Phil Collins solo songs, "In the Air Tonight." Oh God, that song. All right, next one up is another. I know this is another one of my mom's records, and once again, my mom was a hippie. Okay, Country Joe and a Fish. Country Joe and the Fish. Now, this one, she has told me this story a million times. I let her tell me this story as many times as she wants. So this was not actually her, her album. I guess an ex-boyfriend took her copy and gave my mom this copy, only because there's a song on here that is the same as my mom's first name. So I guess that's why the ex-boyfriend gave this copy to her, but whatevs. All right, so next one up, Creedence Clearwater. You know what I'm gonna do? Stop, rewind, and play. Creedence Clearwater Revival Greatest Hits, 3 record set. Loves me some CCR. Love them. Next one, and I know this one's another one of my mom's. Jim Croce, nice little like folk singer. That was very popular back in the day. Like today's equivalent would be like something like Mumford and Sons. Back in the day, we had stuff. Like I was alive. My mom had stuff like Jim Croce, Cat Stevens and stuff, Joni Mitchell and stuff, some, folky stuff, country stuff. Next one is one that I purchased, original press. And, I only own this on vinyl. I don't have it on CD or anything. I didn't even do any sort of downloads or anything from iTunes for any of these songs. It's just one of those albums for me. I just can only listen on vinyl because it's an amazing album. Dazed and Confused, right there. Def Leppard, High and Dry. Next one, another one of my mom's, Neil Diamond. Who doesn't love Neil Diamond? All right, and the next one, another really great album that I like, Doobie Brothers, Greatest Hits. The Doobies. Kisses is just alright with me. We have The Doors, Strange Days. Mm-hmm. 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 All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right there, and then I will see you guys back in another moment or two.